I'm the golf fitness specialist here at Great Moose Physical Therapy. So I handle more of the performance aspect of our golf program. We do basically a head-to-toe evaluation for every golfer. Now that's going to look at swing characteristics, previous injuries. It's going to be a baseline muscular skeletal assessment, and then from there, the therapists come to me and they look for the programming aspect and what can we do to get you stronger, what can we do for preventative injury strategies, and overall just maybe some goals are you want to hit it farther, so strength training is one of those options, conditioning, and then how we use the simulator in conjunction with the golf program is our therapist will use our swing analysis function, which it will image your swing in a video analysis. They can attack what aspects of the swing they want to look at for you specifically. I know for a fact that we look at three things mostly, and that's going to be your posture, so where you are in your setup, here, and then you're going to look at your arm control during your backswing, so arm control, what's happening with the arms in the backswing, here, and all the way through contact. And then the last component is going to be your follow-through. Where are you on your follow-through? So ideally, the follow-through is here, correct? So we look at those three things, and typically what happens, what we typically see, is if one of those pieces isn't correct, or it's not as good as it could be, then there's something hindering your golf game. Maybe you're trying to lower your handicap, or you're just trying to become a better golfer, and those are the things that we'll see. So one of those is usually off, and these things cause injury. For instance, the posture, your setup, can really prevent injury if it's the correct posture. It also can add injury if it's the incorrect posture. Arm control and your backswing, that's going to affect ball flight, and that's going to affect consistency in your golf game. So it's going to go, is it going left, is it going right, based on where your arms are during impact. And then finally the follow through, which also has a lot to do with injury prevention, and also where is the ball going after contact. If you finish low here in your posture after you follow through, or if you finish straight up. So those are the three things. Once again, I'll repeat them: posture, arm control, and follow through. So that would be the evaluation aspect. On the performance side of our program here at Great Moose is after this evaluation, I will look at where are the areas that need to be improved, right? Physical areas, maybe adductor strength is a huge one. Adductor strength, so muscles here on the inner thigh. Glute strength, really lower extremity strength is going to be key. What strategies do we have for preventing shoulder issues in the golf swing? So strengthening the shoulder girdle, strengthening the wrist flexors and extensors of the arm, which take a big pounding during your golf game. So those are, I would say, the more common things, and so those are the ones that we're going to attack the most. But I was actually going to show three exercises, and this is going to go back to our 3 points. So once again, posture. First one, for posture. A good one for posture is getting your body in symmetry. And so how we do that is getting the pelvis in line with the spine and in line with your head, and then slightly bent in the knees. So we do this one, club behind the spine. So you're going to take the bottom part of your club and you're going to rest it just on above the tailbone here. So that's going to be your reference point, and then the shaft's going to go up the length of our spine here. And I'll show it where maybe you can see it a little bit better than you do. So neutral spine, good posture. I'm going to be along the shaft of this club. So ideally, this is a good posture to hit the golf ball. Bad posture would be rounded. So say I'm rounded, right? Say I'm rounded in my shoulders. This is what's going to happen. You're going to see this, right? Ideally, we don't see the shaft lining up on my spine, so that's bad posture. Another posture is going to be S posture, which the low back or the rear wants to stick out. Now you can see this gap right here in between my rear and my lumbar spine. Also, bad posture puts a lot of torque on the low back. So if you can do this exercise and line up the spine head to pelvis, that's a good start. And you just try to get neutral every time before you hit the ball. The second one, so we're going to talk about arm control. So I like a variation of a med ball chop. So this is a med ball, we use this a lot. And so what I do with my patients is we get in a half kneeling position, which is a great posture, right? We're activating our quadricep here, we're unstable, so stability is huge in this one. Now, what will happen is the trainer, or me, will be standing here. The student will work on arm control. So think backswing here, follow through here. So we want to have a straight arm, left arm stays straight, tucking under the chin. When we come down, we chop right in front of this leg, keeping the arm straight at impact. So just like in your golf swing, at impact, you're going to extend the arms and then come through with it and bend the elbows, but at impact you're extended. So this is what this one's going to teach, is arm control throughout the entire swing. And it'll help develop a little bit of power depending on how much weight you use. But at the beginning you start off with something a little lighter. Okay, so we've tackled posture and we've tackled arm control. The last one is going to be your follow through. So here's a really good one for follow through, and it's another med ball movement. So we're going to pick up our ball, and I picked that up improperly. I should have used my knees. So we're going to go golf posture med ball toss. So what this is going to work on is getting up on our lead side, getting our body weight controlled on the lead leg, and then pivoting with our hips. So coming through with our hips first, using that rear glute, trying to activate that glute and push it up against our front leg. So this one is done this way. Arms extended. You're going to find, again, posture, so neutral posture. Here, come back and throw. Now, glutes engaged, boom. My back foot's facing the target. Those are key. So this is a really good one to work for follow through. Once again, neutral, back. Notice my hips are facing the target, and I lead with my hips. I don't lead with my arms, lead with my hips. So those are the three areas that are very important for if you want to be a better golfer, if you want to add consistency, if you want to add power. All those things are necessary. And so those are some just baseline exercises that we do here. And the greatest thing about any of these exercises is there's ways to progress them. There's a way to add intensity, and they're fun. They're fun. There are things, some of them you can do on your own, and so you'll take those home and work on them all the time. But for the most part, they're going to be the best exercises for you to get better in your golf game. Not to mention, we have this simulator available all the time, so you can come in, check out your posture, check out your arm control, and check out the finish. So those are basically the basic concepts.